Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing another speed build, and today this is going to be a really fun speed build because this is my first high school speed build. That's right, I've made a high school, and can I just say I think it's even better than the original high school, and here's why. This high school is called Hogwash High School. That's right, Hogwash High School, not Hogwarts, because we are not here to be copyright claimed. But yes, so basically I made a high school for your average spellcaster, witch or wizard, or well, just spellcaster. I think I would just prefer spellcaster. Let's just say spellcaster. But anyway, yes, I made a Hogwarts. I made a Hogwarts. Yeah, I made a Hogwarts for in The Sims. I guess that's not what I was trying to say. I meant to say I'm making a. Why can I not talk today? But anyway, I'm making a high school in The Sims for spellcasters, which is really fun. And this took me about 5 hours to make. And by about 5 hours, I mean 5 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds in total. And then when I make a speed build, I speed my builds up by 400%. Any more than that, and it goes really choppy. And any less than that, and it's just too long. But even doing that, this was an hour and 30 minutes long. So if you notice that there's like it skips in parts and it doesn't really flow completely, that's because I did it on purpose, so you wouldn't be having to listen to my voice for an hour, and so I wouldn't have to be talking for an hour, because actually my throat hurts already for some reason, and we still got 36 minutes to go or something like that, so that's gonna be fun. But anyway, yeah. So I actually had a lot of fun doing this high school. I tried making it before, and I tried making like a whole castle style thing, but it turns out I'm actually shit at castles, so I'm never going to be doing that again. But that's fine, because I did this instead. And do you see what I did with, I put like spines around that, and I don't know what to call that, because I was thinking maybe I should have another tower like part, but I don't want to make like a full tower, and then I realised, well, I actually need to get on the roof somehow, because that round thing on the roof, that round room, is actually going to be a greenhouse, which is really exciting. It's a rooftop greenhouse, and I just imagine the Sims equivalent of Professor Sprout, just you know, climbing away up the stairs and just having a great time. It's not very accessible school, mind you just have to get around it with stairs all the time, but that's life. And yeah, obviously I used a lot of the spellcaster pack in there, the realm of magic pack, but surprisingly I didn't just use a lot of that. I actually use a lot of courtyard oasis kits, and the courtyard oasis kit, I'm trying to say, and I've actually been using that kit a lot recently, and I don't know why I only just recently started using it. I bought it ages ago, but I don't know, something about the courtyard oasis kit just hits different now. I think maybe because a lot of the items that come with the kit actually include a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for, a lot of rounded room adaptable things like doorways and windows to that. I'm pretty sure they do anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm not making that up. I'm really sorry, my throat's hurting today. I've had a long ass day anyway. I had my first appointment today with this healthy minds lifestyle people, and that's because I'm trying to lose weight. I know. Maybe you don't know, maybe you can't see, but I am actually fat. And I'm quite happy with saying that I am fat. I'm not one of those people who's like super insecure about my weight, because I mean I am insecure about my weight, but it's also like I don't just say like, oh, it's not my fault, it's hypothyroidism and all that. I mean, I know why I'm doing it. I'm just not willing. I just haven't been willing to give up my like creature comforts to you know, be a different way, but that's fine. But I am kind of like striving for that now, and that's just because of clothes. I just like wearing clothes, and so I'm just like, I'm super excited to be starting this leg of my journey anyway, and like hopefully trying to lose weight. My motto for this, and I was kind of like congratulated for this, my motto is healthy body, not perfect body. I'm not after like being completely slim, completely perfect, like tiny little waist or anything like that. I don't want that for myself. I just want a nice healthy body, and you know, it's just one of those things, and I'm really excited to start this journey. So I'm probably going to be talking about that a lot recently, because I'm doing this every couple of weeks now, every 2 weeks, and Wednesdays are usually actually the days where I record my speed builds as well. So it'll probably end up coming up a lot, which is fun. As you can see, I've worked a bit more on the outside now. You can actually see the courtyard oasis kit coming through, with like the doors there, and I ended up using the closed doors. And I do this a lot, right? I try to like use the open doorways, and I never use the open doorways. I always keep the closed doorways in the end instead. But that's life. And I also use it on the stairs as well, and that's what kind of pushed me to use this kit a lot for this build, because I just think it, like, combined with a lot of the realm of magic stuff, I think it just looks very mystical, and I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Camotage from Doctor Strange movies. Yeah, that's right, I'm a Marvel fan, did you know? um Sorry, I'm really thirsty. So yeah, anyway, it's gonna be a long journey, and I'm trying not to do the fad diets with this as well, so it's gonna take me even longer to lose weight, but taking it slow but steady kind of ensures that, you know, you lose the weight and the weight stays off as well. That's fine. I actually spent so long on this shell. It was ridiculous. But I don't think it looks that long now that I've like sped it up and cut a bunch of parts out. But oh my god, did this take long. But you know what? The longer the build is, the more satisfying it is when it's finished. Not just because I'm happy it's over, but because like you can see it in how the build comes out, and that's really nice. And I actually managed to do like an open balcony bit on the top floor as well, which I haven't actually been able to do before because it's actually really hard to get that kind of like balcony in there. Just, you know what I mean, like the little eye looking down, because if you try to change after shell and after you've done like roofing and that, the roofing always messes up everything, messes up lighting in that. So it took me a while to like get it right. And as you might be able to see, like floating in the air, you can kind of like see the bottom of the round room upstairs, the greenhouse, actually clipping, and that's made it awful for a lot of things as well. Like it's really like it just messes up like how things snap, and there's actually a couple of lights up there that I couldn't actually move because I just couldn't click on it after I put them up, which was annoying. But you know what, just British thing, just step up a lip and all that, just move on with your life. It's all good though. So yeah, I don't know, I think it ended up actually like a school as well, like an actual like Hogwarts high school, and that's really fun. And you might have actually been able to see snippets on my Twitter if you follow me on Twitter. Just I posted a couple of screenshots of my sim in high school summoning her dead parents, because she's the same sim from my high school years look through, right? You know, when I like actually played the game. And I made a joke in that no one actually commented on, which made me very disappointed. That actually the reason why she's a teen living on her own in her own house and that is because her name's actually she's actually got two dead parents. And that isn't a joke. Two dead parents isn't a joke. But the joke was that basically she watched her two dead parents get gunned down in Crime Alley, and so she's moved out on her own, left her loyal butler Alfred behind, and decided to go to high school before she gets her vengeance. And basically she's Bruce Wayne. That's a joke I made, and I don't think it was very funny, but I found it funny. So laugh, peons, laugh. That's all I will say about the matter. And as you can see, I struggled a lot with like how the school looked as well on the outside. I played with a bunch of different wallpapers and that, and somehow I still stuck to blue for the entire thing. I don't know why I just kind of conflated blue with witchcraft, but I did, and actually I'm quite happy I did that because I think it looks really cute. And if you can see like the bunch of items in the corner that's just kind of like appeared, that's because I wanted to save my build as I go, but you can't really save lots without having all the items that you need on the lot, so I kind of had to get all the toilets, the sink, the whiteboard, and that little thing on the corner just stays there. Sorry about that, guys. But you know, it's fine. But yeah, so I ended up changing the wallpaper, but I kept the courtyard oasis tiling on the greenhouse instead. And as you can see, I also tried doing the windows as well. But in the end, I didn't do the windows because I decided to take the windows room by room, because it always ends in a disaster if I try to do the windows first, because I'm actually very lazy when it comes to windows, you see. So if I'm just doing the windows first, I will get tempted to just use the same windows everywhere. But if I'm taking it room by room, I can kind of like choose the windows to suit the room that they're on better, because I think too much about windows. I don't want everything to be all matchy on the outside, but actually people don't give a shit if they're not matchy, and I found that out recently, because I did that every room is a different color challenge. As you can see, I've got the blue rules there, and Perry the Plus was blue. But yeah, I did that every room is a random color challenge, and obviously all the rooms had like different window colors, but the house actually ended up looking decent afterwards despite that. So I kind of realized that actually no, it doesn't really matter too much about the windows as long as they're kind of like the same vibes, or at least like you don't have pink and then suddenly like brown, and I don't know how to describe it. But as you can see, I again tried using those open doorways and it didn't work. So yeah, that's fun. I don't know why I'm talking about the bill so much. I should be talking about my life, but honestly, other than me losing weight, I don't really know what to talk about in my life. I don't think anything exciting is going on in my life, except that I'm absolutely skint right this week. Honestly, I have not had this lot of money in ages, but I have been super skint, and that's because I have been buying indiscriminately clothes and stuff, and they still haven't arrived because they're from Shein, and Shein takes a while to arrive. But I want to buy new clothes, thank you very much, because I want to find that they don't fit me, because that's how everything's going to happen. Okay. Sorry for the gay hands, by the way. I am gay, in case you didn't know. Also a really annoying thing is that soon after I got my nails done, if you can't see, like, they started chipping. The index fingers started chipping, and then just the index fingers, if you can see that, and that was really annoying, and I really don't like that they did that, and so I should probably go back and ask them to fix it, but I'm like, I'm not confrontational. I'm just gonna leave them. I'm just gonna get them done another colour next time and hope I don't get the same person, because I can't ask for a different person either, because I'm too shy for that. Okay. Also, you might have seen that Sims Twitter has calmed down for now, and that is so much better for my anxiety, because everything recently had been stressing me out with like all the arguments, and everyone was arguing. I just want us to be all friends like we used to be in middle school, and I want to bake us a cake with rainbows. But yeah. So that's nice, and I do like being on Twitter, so I'm glad that like most of the hostility's gone now. I mean, there's still some hostility, but I think it's like that with anyone. I kind of forgot before I went back on Twitter, because for ages I just wasn't talking to anyone. I kind of forgot like how dramatic people were, and I kind of miss the drama as well. I mean, I'm a bit of a drama queen, but only because I like watching the drama. I like just sitting there and like not doing anything but watching the drama. But also like only with people I don't actually know. If it's like my friends on there, then I get worried. Anyway, what are we doing on the build? As you can see, it ended up being like quite a normal high school on the inside as well, like high school setting. But I did make it a bit fancier, and I put like fancier furniture in there as well, because I mean it's slightly based off Hogwarts here, so it's kind of got to like reflect that in a way. And I kind of made like the classrooms all different colours and all that, and that was really fun. And yeah, I don't know why I used that wallpaper in the Great Hall cafeteria, the Great Cafeteria, let's call it. But I did, and so we're just gonna deal with that weird, ugly, dingy, greeny colour. It's kind of old-fashioned like that. I don't know. Honestly, we're at a part where I can't really talk about the build that much. I could probably skip through more of this, but I didn't. And that's fine. That's fine. I just need to figure out what to say now. Oh yes, my cat Chicken. He has found a different place to shit now. It used to be in the bathroom or on my clothes. He's taken it outside now. But instead we have like a patio in front of our house, right? And it's just like a flat patio because we don't have a foundation or anything like that. And it's not a house, we live in a flat. But anyway, like we did our little patio area all nice. And we have like a little gravel walkway up to the patio. So like if someone's home, then we just leave that patio unlocked. So like you can just walk through there instead of having to like unlock several doors and go around. But he's decided that that little gravel walkway is actually the perfect litter box. We have a litter box, mind you. He just doesn't use it because his mother Luna uses it, and Luna, I tell you what, her shits stink. And I'm really sorry for the subject of choice here. But my cat does the world's stinkiest shits. Also, do you like what I did with the lockers? I made them all different colours because you can do them. They come in a bunch of different colours, and I don't know why they didn't do it in the original high school, because actually I really like that. But anyway, I also discovered one thing about high schools is that you need a principal's desk, right? You can only use one desk. In the entire high school, you can only, like in all the packs, you can only use one desk. So I had to have that weird, rounded, modern looking thing there. But the headmaster's office anyway is very, very small. It's very, very titchy because she doesn't deserve a big office, I don't think, mainly because she made me come in to speak to the principal about my new school and learn about it. And then she gave me detention for being in her office speaking to her when the bell goes. And I thought that was very rude of her, actually. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I don't respect you anymore, principal. Whatever your name is. John, Principal John. Her name's John now, okay? I just chose her name, and her name is John, okay? I'm really sorry, what was that voice? One thing I do like is the new toilet stalls, though. I think they're really cute. I don't know, I just like the toilet stalls, alright? But do they have, like, the massive gap that, apparently American toilet stalls do? Like, is it true that you have, like, a massive gap that people look through? Like, on the side of your toilet stall? Like, what's the point in that? Is it for security reasons? Is it just because you're all perverts and you want to be able to look into each other's toilet stalls? Are they like they're in an American toilet bathroom glory hole, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, just you know, put more cover in your loos, please, because that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go to America, is because I don't want people to look at me peeing. Ugh. I have enough of people looking at me peeing with my cat Chicken, who constantly, that little bitch, that little bastard of a cat, my chicken boy, he has taken to yelling at me while I'm in a work call constantly, and he yells, and the way he yells, he sounds like he is fucking dying, right, my chicken? He's like, meow! So obviously I have to go check him just in case he is dying, right? So I go out there and look, and he looks at me, looks to the bathroom, looks at me, walks up to the bathroom, stands at the bathroom door, makes me feel guilty for not going to the toilet, because he likes to watch me go to the toilet. As you can see, anyway, I'm doing a seance room right now, and I like my seance room. I like my, well, I call it a ritual chamber, and I mean, so the downstairs is kind of like dedicated to like normal high school classes, and then the upstairs has like a couple of classrooms for potions that you can see I started making, and also it has a ritual room because I wanted it to be more magical, so I did that, and that's really fun. And so those rooms kind of have like brick on them and stuff, and I kind of gave them a more witchy spellcastery aesthetic, whereas the downstairs ones kind of have like a more open classroomy setting, you know. Yeah, so I don't think there's really much to say about that. I kind of tried to make it look like the god cauldron at the front is kind of like the teacher, like, leading the class. Obviously, you can't actually take potions or rituals at school. They're just kind of there. But, I mean, it's somewhere your Sims can go in the mundane world if you don't want to have to travel to the magic realm all the time to, like, go to, like, a magical area, you know, and practice. Or if you don't have any, like, money for witchy stuff at your place, they can just go to the local high school. That's cute. I like to imagine that they have, like, adult witches classes there as well. Yeah, as you can see, I did use a bit fancier furniture, and this does work, by the way. This classroom format does work. And you'll see in a bit as well that I also did another room with round tables with a bunch of chairs around, and actually students can take classes as long as there's a whiteboard and there's tables and seats. Students can take classes around those big tables, so you can actually make a more collaborative workspace for students, and I really like that. And I think that they should have showcased that in the actual high school that came with the pack, you know, and I wish they did, but they didn't. But anyway, that's cute. As you can see, I also put a seance table in the middle of the ritual room because I remember they existed, so I was like, yeah, you know what, why not? Contact spirits in there. It's fine. It's fine. Oh gosh, I don't know what to say. Oh, I do know what to say, actually. I do want to say now a huge, massive fuck off thank you guys so much for getting me to 200 subscribers. I'm at 200 plus subscribers now, and it is so excited. My next big goal is probably a bit big, probably a bit too big, maybe, but I'm aiming for 500. And my goal again was for it to be by October 21st. 500 would be great by October 21st. No, it's not October. It's something in October 25th. That's it. October 25th. October 21st is a completely different, more depressing anniversary. But it would be so good if I could get to 500 by then. But even 250 by then would be great. But I do kind of want to hopefully get to 500 by the new year. Maybe I think that's a good goal. And that's 500 is a big subscriber milestone because that means I can actually get a community tab on here, so I can like update you through YouTube when I've got like Twitch streams going on, and I do stream on Twitch, not very often, like once every 2 weeks or something like that, unless my brain's gone bad. But I did stream last weekend, and I had a really good stream, and I played Stanley Parable, and that was really fun. It's a completely totally normal game, and that we could not mess with whatsoever, and I could not emotionally or mentally torture a poor narrator who sounds kind of like Stephen Fry or David Attenborough. I totally did not do that. No, I was a very good person, and I did not stand in a mop closet or broom closet for about 20 something minutes before I got bored. I did not do that. No sorry, no thank you. Anyway, as you can see, my hair's also getting lighter as well. That's really fun. It was meant to do that because I kind of wanted light pink hair at the front to begin with, but we kind of like did it darker so it would last longer. But once it goes a bit darker, I will actually probably be doing Manic Panic to get it back to a dark pink, because I actually kind of liked the dark pink now. But as you can see, I'm working on the Great Hall, and I did make it a great hall, like in Harry Potter. I did the four tables of four houses. That's right. That's not even something I'm making up after the fact. I actually did plan it like that. 4 tables with 4 houses. So that's great. But I didn't do like a fancy kitchen or anything like that. I just did a normal cafeteria area. But I don't know. I think it looks quite cute. And as you can see, I am doing that big collaborative space now, and that's really fun. And I just really liked it. Okay, I had a lot of fun being able to do like a big classroom where like kids could sit around and do their arts and crafts and all that. That's really cute. I can just imagine the teenagers having a great time in this place. And I noticed as well, because I did play through with this building a bit, that actually in the Great Hall, kids were still sitting next to each other. They weren't going to like a bunch of random spots on the tables, and that was really cute. And I like how they were all kind of like sitting together at the same table. But yeah, I as you can see, I like just did the chairs. I did leave a gap on each table, so it's kind of like the gap, so they have every student facing the teacher slightly. And I put like that little craft those scissors and that pen holder and that, because I just think it's cute. Okay. And then I also did an art classroom. Again, your students will not get classes in the art classroom, because that's just not how classes work. I did take the whiteboard out as well, so students wouldn't be assigned to a place where they just kind of have to stand there and complain for ages, because I know that the game would do that. But I put some cute little crafting things anyway in there. I put an easel and all that. I don't know what I took a picture of there, but as you can see, I also put a blackboard up instead to kind of replace where the whiteboard was, so it still kind of looks like a teacher's area where a teacher would stand and teach, you know. And honestly, like, the interior of the school as well is very, very much going off my memory of what schools look like, mostly of what my university looked like in the end, because I mean, obviously I haven't been to school for ages because I am 23 years old, and I actually had to say I was 23 years old today in my telephone call, and that was weird. It's weird admitting that I'm 23 years old. How am I 23 years old? I feel like I should have my life way more together than I do at this age. But then again, like, my best friend was 23 when I met her, and she did not have a life together, but I did call her grandma. I still call her grandma. It's great. We're meeting up on Monday. I'm really excited about that. And my granddad's also coming over on Monday because it's my cousin's wedding. And that's really... Oh, no. Actually, my granddad's here today. I just realised my granddad's arriving today. But I have no way of seeing him because I don't have a car. So, yeah. I just have to kind of wait until he can come visit us. But that's fine. He's really cute. I love my granddad. It's because it's my cousin's wedding on Saturday. So I'm not invited to the wedding itself. I'm just invited to the reception, which is great. But it just means I have to like bulk record some videos early. So because obviously I record on Friday. I record on Saturdays even, but I won't be able to do that because I will be celebrating my cousin's nuptials, and I'm so happy for him. I think he's the oldest cousin anyway, James. He's the only ginger of his generation. And I say of his generation because my granddad's ginger. He inherited the ginger gene as well. And actually his little niece, his sister, my other cousin's daughter, she's also ginger as well. So I think it's just going to be a one ginger per generation. So I do have the ginger gene in my family though. So if I ever had a baby with a ginger person, my babies might end up ginger, and that's adorable. But he's also like the hot cousin, and I can say that because I'm gay, but and I could just recognize when he's like, most of my family look like munters, all right? We're all munters. None of us are really fit, except, well, no, to be fair, most of the time the females in my family do look fit. It's just me. But like the blokes in my family, all munters, right? All, nah, gross, big gross men. But not my cousin James. He's got his own business. He's in IT. He's like muscular. He's got his lovely house. And I think I just want to be my cousin James. Is that bad? I want to be him. Except, you know, I'm happy being female as well. And speaking of being female, I actually got to educate my mother a bit on pronouns yesterday. She came in and asked me, because she was doing CVs for work to get some more hires in. She came in and asked me what it meant when someone put their pronouns down as she, they, and I kind of like explained it. Well, I explained what I thought it meant. And as far as I'm aware, she, they refers to like they either go by she, her pronouns or they, them pronouns. So I kind of explained it in that way, but I also explained that this person's probably not going to be insulted if my mother asks them to elaborate. And so I said, if you do have them for an interview, just ask them to elaborate. They'll be happy to help, like, you know. But it was really nice, and I really like. I'm really blessed. I think that my mother is so accepting. Like, I don't really have any. I don't think I have too many homophobic members of my family. At least not ones I've had to be subjected to. My granddad doesn't give a shit. My granny's too my granny's dementia isn't Alzheimer's. My granny's, she's either got dementia or Alzheimer's anyway. One of them is too bad that so she forgets it every 2 seconds anyway, which is fine. I've came up to my granny 3 times, and every time she was happy. The first time she was like, oh, don't be gay. Something like that. The second time she was like, I feel a bit weird for like a woman and a woman to be in a relationship. I think it feels a bit more normal for a man and a man to be in a relationship, probably because she's only attracted to men. But then the third time she mentioned that a few of her little nurse friends in the war, she mentioned that they a couple of them were lesbians, but then she did finish the sentence by saying, but I think they just missed their husbands. Different times, different eras. So I just find it cute. I know some people might be a bit more upset by that, but like it's just kind of different. She wasn't being mean, she wasn't spewing hate or vitriol, so I take it as a win, you know. As long as I still got that inheritance at the end of the day, it's all good. I'm joking, by the way. I do not want anything bad to happen to my granny. I love my granny Margaret. I was named after her. I ended up looking like her as well. I've got like the same eyes. So I really love my granny, and God forbid I just jinxed anything then with her, because bless you, Margaret. Bless you, Margaret. My little Welsh granny. I am like stuck on things to say, and I've still got so long left with this this thing. I've got about like 10 minutes left. What? I am thirsty, and I'm really sorry for all the ugly faces I'm making. I can't help it. I'm ugly myself. Yeah. Sorry, I think I'm making everyone feel awkward by talking now. But anyway, I'm just going to keep on talking. So anyway, the weather's been really lovely today. That's just my British instinct, right? The British instinct is to just, when you're not sure of what to say, you mention the weather. And very much so, the weather has been absolutely lovely this past few days, which has meant that I have been trapping myself indoors these past few days, because I do not appreciate the heat very much. I'm very much a snowman. I will melt in too much heat. But I did discover today on my phone call, apparently, right, it's actually recommended by doctors that every single person in the UK during winter takes vitamin D supplements, right? And that's because vitamin, even I am English, and that's because we do not get enough sunshine in the day during the winter to actually give us the amount of vitamin D we need. And just for reference, to get the amount of vitamin D that the person needs in a day, they need to spend about just a few minutes outdoors. Just a few minutes outdoors to absorb all the vitamin D they need. Right, so that's how cloudy we are in the winter. And I absolutely love it. I love winter in the UK. And I've been told that to help with the big SAD that I get, you know, the seasonal affective disorder, I just need to start taking vitamin D supplements. And so I'm going to be looking into that. She's actually going to be sending me some information via email today, and it's really exciting. I'm just going to look it in. Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, that's the big thing that I'm going to do to try and help. It's not going to stop me being depressed, but it's going to definitely help with the seasonal affective disorder, you know? Anyway, you can see me putting some trash cans in. I don't really think there's too much to say about the build, to be honest. I quite like it though, and finally I'm actually getting to the end of the build, and then I'll just be doing some outdoors stuff. And I actually did quite a bit to the outdoors as well, instead of just leaving wide open spaces. But I kind of like it. I use this werewolf lighting because it's like, it's industrial lighting as well, but it's like any kind of commercial building has at least that kind of lighting somewhere. And I mean, schools don't tend to have fancy lighting because schools tend to not be open too much during the evening. It's always weird. Have you ever do you remember going back to school for parent teacher evening, right? And you'd have to you'd go in and it'd be winter or something because it'd be the first term and it'd be dark outside, and it would be so weird to be going around the school. There's not a bunch of students running around. It's nice and clean. Everything's been made up for the parents, and and like the lights are on, and it's just like being in a completely different world, and you felt more mature going in there. Like, you're with your parents, you're like, yeah, this is where I go to school. It's almost like if someone, you know, walked into your workplace nowadays, like just that kind of still vibe. Like, you just want to show off like your school, like, yeah, this is my school, this is where I go, this is where I spend all the day. But also you want to run into your friends, so you can be like, yeah, friends, these are my parents. Except it's kind of embarrassing looking back on it now, because I would not want to introduce my parents, well, I wouldn't mind introducing my stepdad, but I wouldn't my stepmom, but I wouldn't want to introduce my dad to my friends. He's a bit weird. Oh, I love him anyway. I'm kind of forced to. He's my dad. Even if I had daddy issues, which we all have daddy issues. Come on, we're all bitches here. I can face it. And the upstairs greenhouse kind of ended up looking a lot like a chapel, probably because I used the My Wedding Stories windows and lights. But I kind of like that vibes, you know, the chapel vibes, and I think it looks really cute as well. And I put like the grass flooring down and stuff, and so it looks really cute. And we're finally onto the outside as well, and I had a lot of fun doing the outside, because mostly it's just putting down a lot of hedges. And I don't know about you, but I actually love putting down hedges. I can't describe it, but hedges are really fun. One thing I have been considering as well with this is, if this video gets enough like likes and that and views, I'm probably gonna end up considering doing a high school for kind of like every occult type. Or like based off different packs and based on different worlds. So like, if your Sims are playing a different world, you can place a different high school, and you can do it like that. And I think that would be really fun to kind of play that way as well. One thing I also have been considering doing on my channel, and this is kind of like just a soundboard really, so if you're watching this and if you got this far in the video, I would really love to know what you think. I've been considering going back to playing my legacy challenge, now that I've got like a few more subscribers in that. But if I do go back to my legacy challenge, it won't be back with the same generation as before. I can pretty safely say, even though my character is still just an adult and she's not an elder or anything like that, and Gen 2, the Gen 2 heir, they are still a child, I can safely say that probably it's time to focus on the Gen 2 heir. It's time to focus on Ginny, because I don't know, I'm getting a bit bored with Aoife. Is it Aoife? Did I name it Aoife? Yeah, I did. Aoife. Anyway, I'm getting a bit bored of her now, because I've just been playing with her so long, and I think it's just a mistake to have started with a normal lifespan legacy challenge, you know. But I'll probably be coming back to it with like I'm really sorry for the pause here. I thought I must have skipped that. But anyway, yeah, I think it's time to move on, and I'll be bringing it back as kind of like a season 2 kind of thing. So if you are considering watching my legacy challenge, but you think it's probably got a few too many episodes, and I fully admit the past episodes of this challenge, they were horrendous quality. So this will be season 2 will be marking a huge uptick in quality. So if you wanted to start watching that challenge, it would be a very good place to start with the next episode I put up. I haven't recorded it yet, but I will do. I did record the latest episode of my 100 baby challenge, and I don't expect too many views on that one, but you never know, I could be pleasantly surprised. The pack ranking video has ended up being quite one of my most popular videos, and that's really exciting actually, because I didn't expect it to get that many views, because a lot of these opinion pieces you only want from like the bigger YouTubers. Like if Lil Simsy did it, like people would be over it and all over it, and that's fine, because obviously you want people to you recognize and you trust the opinions of people you recognize more. But I like that people did appreciate my ranking all 42 videos packs, and that kind of makes me want to do more content like that more often, not like gameplay content, but like just talking about The Sims, you know. And so I think I'm going to be considering doing more videos like that in the future. And to be honest, at the moment with gameplay, it's a bit stagnant. I know we just got a new pack, I know, but I don't know, I'm kind of like stuck on like what to do in the game, if that makes sense. I want to kind of like eventually I want to rehash some of my old videos that I've done, but I kind of want to wait until they're a bit older than that, and it's been a year since I've created my channel. I haven't even had my channel for a year, guys, so it's a bit weird. But I have been really enjoying YouTube recently as well. Like, it used to be a bit depressing because I'd like go on there and watch views and watch my views and I'd only get like 70 views on a video or something like that, or not even that. But now like it's getting into the hundreds, and I watched like my videos climb up into the hundreds. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I shouldn't live my life just based on like YouTube numbers and that, but I kind of do, and it is kind of a flaw of mine. But I live for the opinions of the people, I guess. I think humanity is just the same thing. We kind of like, we all want to appease our fellow man, and we all want to kind of like appeal to them, and we all want that kind of validation. And that's kind of that in itself, that need for validation, is kind of fair. That's how morality comes around. That's how manners come around, and I am huge on manners, because I get really panicky when I don't when someone's like being rude to me, or like does something that doesn't go with like what I've been taught common decency should do, if that makes sense. So for me, manners are a big thing, and just going with like people's need for people's like approval, and that's kind of like another thing where sure, you can say I don't give a fuck about other people's opinion, and a lot of those things is probably correct. Like, I don't give a fuck about people's opinion about my weight, or anything like that, you know, like personal self affirming things that make you feel happy, you shouldn't. But maybe you might want to know what other people think about murdering thousands of people. Maybe common decency say you can't just murder thousands of people, so maybe just don't do it. And that's fair. But we are very much getting to the end of the video now, so I am going to love you and leave you here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, consider leaving a like, and maybe subscribing to the channel. That would be honestly amazing if you did. Bring on the 500 subscribers, bring on the community tab, and then after that I'll be up to 1,000 subscribers, and 1,000 subscribers would be great because I can start getting money. I know, but I am poor, guys. I have had no money this week. I have been starving. But yes, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.